What's up YouTube? This is Abhinav Mahajan and welcome to Abhinav Mahajan Fitness. So guys, not long ago I made a video, I think its title was Passion versus Purpose, I'll link here. And in that I explained how having a higher purpose in your life and not just your passion will actually make you propel towards your goals and reach your goals faster. Now, this video is more of a candid conversation with you guys because after I posted that video, many of my friends and many of the guys on Facebook and Instagram asked me, Abhinav, how to actually make money by following your passion. So this is what the video is about, how to actually make money by following your passion. Now guys, firstly, you have to understand that money is not the way that the society has told us. Money is not bad, money is not evil. It's just that society has, let's say, brainwashed us to believe that money is the root of all evil. But that's not true. The reality is, if you go through the Latin terms of money, the word money means flow of energy. It's just like same as any other thing that happens in life that goes with the flow. Now what do I mean by flow? You can take money as more of, that's my approach, how I take money, it's more of the reciprocal altruism. Now when I use the word reciprocal altruism, what does that actually mean? Now reciprocal altruism means to give and take, right? We've heard that a lot of times. You give and then you receive. Now what do you actually give? That's the point I want to talk about. This is the first thing that I want to talk with you. First of all, you need to have these two perspectives. The first one being that money is a form of reciprocal altruism. If you add some value in someone's life, or whatever you do is adding value in someone else's life, they will be more than happy to dig deep down in their pockets and hand over the money to you. That is what I call the value system. The more value that you can create in other people's lives, the more contribution you can make through your efforts, through your actions, or by following your passion in other people's lives, the more money you can make. Just for an example, I'll give you my experience. It was around in 2013 that I first started modeling. And initially for first 6 months, it was like a real struggle. I almost went broke, no food to eat. Yeah, I went through that kind of struggle. And I had a good physique, I had good height, I had a good face, I had good pictures, but I was just not able to understand that why I'm not getting the jobs that I really need. And it was over the period of time that I realized that for me to get the jobs from the clients, it was more of my adding value or my being, let's say, adding value to their requirements, or my being specific about their requirements. So rather than thinking about what I had, the kind of body that I had or the kind of face that I had to think in their way. I had to think what they want. And that is what I want to tell you. You can follow your passion as long as you want. You can just sit back at home and you can keep on singing in your washrooms, you can keep on writing or painting on the walls, but until and unless that passion is adding some value to other people's lives, no one gives a shit. And that's the bloody truth. That's why I say, I'm a spiritual person, but I don't want to delude you guys. I don't want to give you any wishy-washy thing or something that sounds really fishy, because I only want to give you practical examples. So for me, I love to train. I've been training from 8 to 9 years now. But if I just go to the gym, eat my food, have my protein, and just keep on lifting weights, there's no value that I'm adding to people's lives. But by doing this, by giving online personal training, by helping people to reach their fitness goals, by giving them confidence, by giving the belief that they need, this is the value that I'm adding. And we live in the time, in the era that adding value is so easy, because I've seen so many YouTubers or so many people, those who are actually earning millions of dollars just by playing video games. And I know you are aware of that. So we live in an era where entertainment is also a source of adding value. So if you think that you're a good comedian, if you're a good stand-up artist, if you're a good actor, you can actually entertain people and add value of entertainment in their life. And you can earn money, right? And just to keep things short, guys, focus on using that passion towards adding value in others' lives so that they can take their hands in their pockets and hand over the money that you want. The other perspective that I want to give you is, guys, whenever you're following your passion, that's the most easiest thing to do. Why I say that? Because converting that passion into a system which actually adds value to other people's lives is not easy. Because just singing or just drawing, just painting, just going to the gym, working out, that's easy. But actually creating that system, doing those myriads and thousands of things that you need to do to actually create that system, there are so many things that you won't even like to do. As I gave the example, by being such, not everyone wants to be active on social media. Not everyone wants to face the crowd. Not everyone wants to, just be uncomfortable with the whole networking thing that goes on trying to create the business part. It's not everyone's cup of tea. And that is where you see many talented people, the people those who are actually so talented in their schools, in their colleges, who have actually been prodigies. People have told them that they are like the prodigies and they will rise above than everyone and they will excel in whatever they do. Once they get out of the college and they go and start doing their jobs, they're not able to continue with their passion. So this is the second perspective. You have to become comfortable with being uncomfortable by doing the things that you even don't like to do, just to create the system which actually makes that passion add value in other people's lives. Right? So whatever it is, whether it's making these videos, whether it's being active on social media, whether it's going and networking out with people, whether it's knowing how to finance or invest in this business that you're creating, you have to understand that it's not going to be easy. There are going to be days when you're going to feel lonely, right? As I always say, success is always a lonely road, guys. You won't find many friends along the way. All there will be just shadows. Not everyone's going to support you. And those are the times when you need to have that confidence in yourself and that belief that you will achieve your dreams. So, the two perspectives. First of all, money is reciprocal altruism. Create value, have value, receive value. Second, become comfortable with being uncomfortable of doing the things that you really don't like to do, but you have to do in order to create the system where you can actually use that passion to contribute or add value in other people's lives. So guys, I hope this was helpful. Comment down below what you think about this video and let me know what you feel about it. Subscribe to the channel and I'm going to see you soon.